Let's go to here, demondemon.com. I'm going to go through this very quickly. On the 24th of October, I posted some stats that were done by our friends at SEO Metrics regarding what boils down to the habits of successful websites in late 2012. The indicators, the performance indicators that they had that made them seem to make them successful. The sort of content they had, the sort of layout they had, the visitor retention they had, the link profile they had, and of course the main question that sort of fell out of that is a sort of perennial: how many links is appropriate for me to make to my site? And we come back to the question of link velocity, and this is roughly what came out of that. Looking at hundreds of millions of URLs across hundreds of thousands of websites and just analysing those that were successful, there came a reasonably clear picture of what a successful link velocity is and what factors go into making it so, giving you an informed decision on what a good link velocity is. And it's these 4 factors here down the left hand side: your site age, which in this case we've measured in months, but it doesn't really matter how you measure it; the current URL visitors per day, so the particular URL you're looking to promote, and remember, you promote a website by each individual URL, good URL that is. You don't promote category pages and tag pages and contact pages and whatever, but the good stuff that you're looking to promote, how many of those you're looking to promote, and how many visitors does that get. And you need a stats package to look at that and get an accurate picture. The potential that Google Keywords tool says that the visitors you could get on broad match for the phrase at that page, for the main phrase that that page is targeting, and how many Google recognized links, i.e. through Webmaster Tools, does your site have in total, not just the URL, the site have in total. And there's a hard cap on this of 1,000, so if it goes above 1,000, keep it at 1,000, never put a figure higher than 1,000 in here. And then there's this figure, this activity factor, and what the activity factor says, and it's really very simple. It says on average 3.75% of the visitors to any particular URL on a successful site, and I'll come back to the moment, take some kind of action after leaving the site which creates a link. Now that could be a Facebook like, it could be a comment on YouTube, it could be a tweet, it could be just a link back on a blog or forum or anything, or even somebody writing about your product on writing an article about your product. It encompasses all of those things. And what the successful sites have is this thing when about 1 in 30 of the visitors that come to their site in some way or other create a link. And it also says that those links are, the other metric sort of here is those links are very, very diverse. Diversity is vital. There's roughly a 50-50 split between what I call transient links, which are bookmarks, Facebook likes, tweets. Those are links that don't have a static URL, that move up and down pages and sort of recede down the canonical structure of whatever site they're placed on, and hard links like such as Web2 stuff and forum stuff, and it's about a 50-50 split. The crux here is well over 90% of sites are not successful and do not meet this metric. They do not have the system whereby about 1 in 30 visitors creates a link, and that's where they fail to get their links. So we put all those factors in, and so this number here is altered and informed by some pretty simple maths where it takes these other factors into account, and you get the number of links that individual URL, remember this isn't your site as a whole, this is the URL you're looking to promote, should gain so many links per day or per week or per month. This isn't, don't add these up, this is one or the other or the other. And generally speaking it's pretty low. If we put if somebody's got a relatively new site, say you're looking at you've gone to the typical made for AdSense niche and you're looking for 800 search term, you're only getting 100 visitors a day, a couple an hour, the site's 12 months or less old and Google's barely recognised any links, then you're looking at only creating 1 link for that particular URL per day, or 5 a week, so it's actually less than 1, but this is rounding, or 23 a month. That 23 a month sort of tells you that 1 a day is on the high side, it's rounded, and that's not very many. But remember, you have to do this for every page that you want to promote, not just this one page. If you've got a site with 10 good pages, and as I said, don't include junk pages or sort of legalese pages, about us, contact us, meet the team, category pages, tag pages if you're a blog, and all that kind of junk. Don't create links to those, but any page you consider good that you want traffic to come to and you've keyword optimized the content for to attract that traffic, then you want to be, generally speaking, picking a lot of those pages from your site and driving traffic to all those inner pages. That's what Google expects these days as well. You don't have a front door to your site. Your site is a whole range of doors where people arrive for all sorts of things to all the different pages. Which is why an automation or at some point a subscription is probably good for people who have more than one site or a larger site. So there's the sort of setup. Now I won't go into a lot more detail here. I'm going to write a blog post, stick it on Demon Demon with that detail on it. But that's what we're looking at. I'd ignore this for now. This is something I was asked to put on, which takes into account if you're writing on something that's trending and you already have an authority site. You want to say, hang on, I'm going to be page 1 in Google for this in 10 minutes because I'm writing on something that only happened today. Google already knows I'm an authority in the general field. I want to be able to boost the number of links I create. Just end on the important note that most people do not manage to create this naturally, which is why you have to create your own links. If 1 in 30 visitors to your site isn't creating a link back to it naturally, or you're not getting enough visitors and you need to kickstart the process by creating some links to attract visitors and to attract Google to rank your site, which is well over 90% of sites are in that position. Well over 90%. I think it's the high side of 95% of websites are not attracting the business that these successful websites are. They're not moving up in SERPs like the successful websites are, and it's probably 95% of people who are watching this video, this applies to your site. Then you need to promote your site to the tune of this ratio of links per day or per week or per month. And that is where, if your site's any sort of size, or you just don't have the time, you've got a business to run or other things to do, or you want to spend your time creating more sites and doing the same thing and repeating the thing, that's where automation and or buying a subscription to do this for you comes in. It's where it's promotion. This is a promotional level. This isn't spam. No way am I condoning spam. There's 1 link a day, 5 links a week, 25, 3 links. It's not spam. But at some point where you've got 50 URLs to promote, it's an all-day job. Or these figures are higher, and if this was 36 months old and this was 500, and and this was 12,000. Put 120,000, and suddenly you've got an all-day job just creating the links. Suddenly you think, I've got to create hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of links a month. I need the diversity of links. I need the diversity of anchor text. I need all that, and you probably need to do it. If you're a local trader and you've got a market of 50,000 people, you've got a two-page website, and that's all you're ever going to have. You're not interested in long-term SEO. You just want to promote your window cleaning business, your woodworking business, or joinery business, or whatever it is you've got, your plumbing business. Then don't buy an automation tool, don't buy a service, don't buy SEO unless just get a mate or something to create a couple of links for your day, to take an hour. If you've got a bigger site, if you've got more sites, then very quickly this gets out of hand and you need to compete. You want to mimic the habits of a successful site that have this 1 in every 3 and a bit visitors promotes their site externally, and you want to mimic that because that is what successful sites do. It is low, and there's plenty of people who are watching this will be able to do this by hand. It is a low amount, but it does need to be done because that's what successful sites do. Anyway, the more of this on demondemon.com. Thanks for watching. Scritty signing off.